welcome to Grate TV. Today we're going to make an authentic style, Kerala style papaya thoran and papaya stir fry. So for that, of course, you need papaya, right? We're going to be using green papaya. So let's take a look at all the ingredients we'll be using for this recipe. The ingredients are, as always, we need fresh curry leaves and freshly grated coconut. If you are using frozen, no problem, I forgive you. You forgive yourself, no problem. Taste wise, there's not much of a difference, but when you use fresh ingredients, you will see the difference. So I encourage you to try to use fresh ingredients. So I have about 3/4 cup of grated coconut, a fresh sprig of curry leaf, salt to taste, and of course our hero is our green papaya, right? This is nice firm green papaya. It's really good for you. Please, if you have never tried this before, you're missing out. Absolutely missing out. This is something we usually have it at the back of our backyard. That's how common this is in Kerala. Okay, so I'm going to be using this for our recipe. Of course, to garnish and to enhance the flavor of this recipe, I'm going to be using Kerala style coconut oil. Not Kerala, but you get it from Costco, don't worry. And to spice it a bit, we have using green chilies. And for garlic is used to make our dish, like, what should I say, so you don't feel so full, or it helps with your digestion. So I'm using about 2 cloves of garlic here. This is a teaspoon of mustard and a teaspoon of turmeric powder to get that vibrant red color in between our yellow curry. I'm using 3 dry chilies. It doesn't give a big of a kick, but that looks so much like the authentic style of Kerala food. All right, that's why I'm using the red chili here. And of course, I'm going to be using shallots here. So if you like shallots, the flavor of shallots, please use 2 shallots, medium size. Or if you can't get your hands on it, I'm sorry, that's okay, no problem. We can use about 1/2 cup of onion diced. All right, so substitute that with 1/2 cup of diced onion. And as I mentioned, we need salt to taste, and of course all these few fresh ingredients. First off, what we're going to do is, there is a serum or a type of sap that the papaya releases. So to release all that, first, don't make sure it doesn't burn, right? What we do is take a knife, sharp knife, poke a little bit of slats here and there. If you have this fresh, it should start release its sap very soon. Wait about 5 to 10 minutes. If there's any sap, it will release on its own. And then if you don't see anything, that means you're good to go. You don't have to do the next step. That's it. That's all. So I waited 10 minutes. There's no serums, no sap, nothing like that. Okay. So what we're gonna do is just trim the edge. Oh wow! It is a nice green papaya, not mango, papaya. So what do we do next? So if you take a closer look at this, you can see that serum that is releasing on its own. That's the serum that I was expecting out of my skin, but there's not much for it. So that means I just have to focus more on the papaya. So next step, what we're going to do is peel our papaya, de-seed it. There's small seeds in there, okay? That's where the papaya tree will grow. It's going to be a big tree, more than your height, okay? I would say around 8 feet tall. That's what because we have to use a ladder to poke the papaya, usually in the back in India. But that's all a different story. But as you can see, that white syrup, that sap, what it released, that's what I was expecting when I poked all its skin. It doesn't have much, no problem. Okay, we're going to peel the skin. Use a peeler. Should be a piece of cake, not too hard. I have peeled our papaya. Next, we are going to de-seed it. How do you do that? Cut right in the middle. Okay. Use your arm power and cut it up. Best option is twist. to the side, and you'll see that our papaya is ready to be de-seeded. I'm going to use a spoon to scoop out all its seeds. If it was nice and ripe, the seeds would be black, and the flesh would be orange. But this one is really, really green. So you see that things that's sticking up? We don't want that. We're going to need to remove all of those. So I'm just going to be pulling those out and scraping so that we can use a box grater to grate our papaya. Let's do the second half. So I prepped all our papaya. Next, what we're going to do is actually use a box grater to grate this into fine slices. All right, so let's get that job done. So I prepped all our vegetables. Our papaya is all grated, so I measured it out. It's about 5 cups. I diced our shallots, and I also diced our green chilies along with our garlic. Now it's just bada bing bada boom. So let's get this show on the road. First off, we're going to start off our stove. A nice cast iron pan. Very, very important that we have to make our pan really, really screaming hot, because our papaya has a lot of moisture in it. It needs to evaporate right away, or eventually. So therefore, we need our pan to be really hot. Once the pan is really nice and hot, screaming hot, we're going to pour in our coconut oil along with our mustard. Mustard is going to do its dance, right? The spluttering part, and then we're going to go in with our guards to get in our green chilies, garlic, and shallots along with our curry leaves. What curry can you make with our curry leaves? You should know by now. If it is authentic Kerala style, you need to have curry leaf in there. Frozen or what? No, I don't care. No problem. Okay, we're going to go in with that. And then we're going to jazz it up with that dried red chilies. It's going to be so pleasant to look at, along with the flavor that is going to release into that oil. And then we're going to add in our papaya. Papaya has so much of nutrition in there. We don't want to let it evaporate all of it out. So let's take a look how it's made. Let's pour in about a tablespoon of coconut oil. You can see the coconut oil is nice and hot. We're going to go in with 1 teaspoon of mustard. It's going to do its job. Okay, our mustard has done its job. Let's go in with our garlic. This is 2 cloves, very fine dice. You could grate it in as well, no problem. Along with our green chilies. Spice it a bit, just it a bit, no problem. And then our shallots. Shallots has its own taste, apart from onion. Even though they are from the same family, they have a different taste, right? And we're going to add in our curry leaves. How much? That's up to you. I'm using 1 sprig. Let's stir this around. Whoa. Okay. Next, what we're going to add is our turmeric powder. Okay. Along with our 3 dried red chilies. We're just going to crush them in a palm of our hands, okay? Just crush them ever so lightly. Boom. Goes in. Beautiful. Beautiful aroma from all those spices. Now it's time for our hero to enter. Let's give this a good stir. Oh, only if you knew what it smells like. My gosh, so much like home. Back home, we would feel this on an average once a week. Okay, I'm just being honest with you, because this is very, very a poor man's dinner or lunch any time of the year, day, whatever. Because it's so common, everybody has it in the back of their yard. That's how familiar this is. We're going to cook this without the lid for about 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to come back again and cover this and cook for another 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes or so. Let's take a look. I stirred it a couple of times. So now this is how it looks like. So if you move it towards the sides, there won't be any moisture in the middle. That's when you know that it is done. So we're going to fluff it back up. Okay. Beautiful. Next we're going to go in with our coconut. This is 3/4 cups of coconut that I'm adding, freshly grated. Of course, nothing less than fresh for our recipes. Okay, and we're going to stir this around. We're going to season this with some salt also. So salt is according to your desire. So I'm using about 1.5 tablespoons worth of salt because this is 5 cups of papaya that we have here. Now this is going to be for a huge crowd for you guys. Our family is about 6 members, so therefore will be feeding us a couple of times. But if you don't want to make all of this right now, no problem. No problem. This can be you can also freeze this or use half portion of that papaya. See that? How does that look? Does it look appealing to you? It sure does for me. This is actually reminding me of my home, how we used to have it in the back days, long time ago. But that's okay. I like to refresh my memories with food. Of course, that's always a blessing. Very good. Now you see that sogginess, that moisture, that sound? That's from the salt. Salt is going to bring out more moisture into our dish. So we're just going to open this up and cook for about a couple minutes, and then I'm going to pop the lid back on and then cook for 5 minutes, the final count. And then we're going to call this a day and we're going to dig in. That's how simple this dish is. If you have never, seriously, if you have never tried green papaya before, you're missing out a big time. Don't wait any longer. Go to your Asian store, get a papaya. Try this out. It's going to be fun. It's the final countdown. It's done. Look how vibrant it looks. It's so good. So good. So good. Absolutely. Really good. So I'm going to plate this and I'm going to show you how to serve this, and you're guys going to enjoy this next time when you make it, alright? I'm going to enjoy it now, but if you want to know how it really tastes like, you got to make this at your home. So let's see how to plate this. There you guys, this is our authentic Kerala style papaya thoran or stir fry. Please do give it a try. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope to hear from you guys through your Instagram and Facebook chats. Though this was a simple dish, this is really, really good for you. I hope you guys will give it a try, and I'll see you next time on Grate TV. Thank you. Bye-bye. Use your arm power and cut it up.